Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson with you. Let me get this remote control to work. What the hell? Yeah, you right. Thanks for joining us. Back in the saddle on a crazy afternoon, huh? There it is. There she blows. Working correctly now. Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you on a Tuesday afternoon. Boy, the skies opened up different parts of the city, huh? I'm not a meteorologist. Someone's going to be saying, dude, I didn't get any rain. And someone's going to be like, I got flooding in my house or my car. A few inches of rain falling within, I'd say, about a 90-minute period, maybe 2 hours, and some serious thunder showers in different parts of the city, like lots of loud thunder, lots of lightning, like inches of rain falling in a 15, 20, 30-minute period, that kind of deluge, street flooding, etc. That kind of afternoon, that kind of summer afternoon in New Orleans. It wasn't just the, hey, typical cool things down afternoon thunder shower. This was a little more severe in different parts of the city. Anyway, we're with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, you right. Jason, a.k.a. the Ragin' Cajun, a.k.a. the Man in Black, fielding your phone calls. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Tomorrow, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. I'm fired up about that. Thursday, Ghassan Corban's going to join us from the Sewage and Water Board, rescheduling from missing last week. Next week, Brandy Christiane from the Port of New Orleans. That's going to be good. Always like visiting with those folks. Got a full slate for you on this now kind of sauna-like afternoon in many parts of New Orleans. The thunder showers have rolled through. Even some blue skies and sun popping out, but definitely getting that heat factor, all the wet, saturated ground, that, kind of sauna. It's like you're in a cloud and you don't know it. You're on Earth, you're walking around, you're outside, but you're really like in a cloud, like you're up in the sky. Just 100% humidity. The sauna effect after it rains and the sun comes out. In South Louisiana, the Gulf Coast region, summertime. It's August. What do you expect? Hey, thanks for checking us out. 93.9 FM, 107.9 FM. Cox Channel 4 television. That's all over Louisiana. I love Cox Channel 4. Your View, Louisiana. Our home run hitter. We're in New Orleans. We're in Baton Rouge. We're in Lafayette. All the outlying areas that have Cox. And then a lot of Louisiana that doesn't have Cox, where Cox doesn't service that area. Charter or Spectrum Communications does, and Spectrum Channel 333 picks up our show. Your View, Louisiana, Cox Channel 4, Spectrum Channel 333 from 4 to 5:30. 90 minutes of fun on TV. CoreyTalks.com live streaming. We're on YouTube. Click to subscribe. Tell your friends about it. I wrote this headline this morning. What did I scratch out? How did I have it written? Mayor. I have it just now as Mayor has plan. But I think I had good plan or solid plan or something like that, and then I scratched it out. Now, it seems to be a solid plan. I think it's definitely going in the right direction. The mayor wants a pay raise across the board, pay increase for city workers. They'd get a bonus. Then they would get, based off their salary, like 5% of their salary. Then they would get a percentage of their salary raise the first year, and then smaller percentage the second and third year. And basically, I was doing the rough math on it. If it's a city employee making like 50 grand a year, they'll make like 56 in like by year 3, and they'll get about $2,500 up front. So a little over 58 grand if they make 50 grand by the end of year 3, if that makes sense. Anyway, I've got no problem with that. Now, I'm not done yet. I don't want to say the city of New Orleans is absurdly inefficient, which it is. I don't know which department is run efficiently that you can have pride in New Orleans. That, oh, yeah, that department, that's well run. Seriously, I don't know. I don't know which one. Seems like most are horribly inefficient. But also there are some folks that keep the city going, that understand how the city works, and they deserve a pay raise. Now, I like this. The mayor wants to pay for it by basically reducing employees. And I've been talking about that it's kind of like one of my mission statement for the program type things. The city has 4,276 employees. 4,300 employees, if you want to round up. 4,300. There are 1,000 that are unfilled positions. So there's another 1,000 really. It would really be about 5,300 if the city had everybody they wanted. Now, there's a balance here. I worked in radio and television, like going on 30 years. I remember some of my early gigs in radio. Corey, we're going to make you sports director. They'd give me a box of cards and say sports director. I'd be like, And then the salary didn't increase at all. Just more work. More work. That's all it meant. Kind of the similar concept here. It's a balancing act. It's not just you can't just go, the union sucks and the city's right. They all deserve. You got to balance it out. Do we work more and we don't get paid more? You want to eliminate employees? How's it work? I think there's, sadly, some folks that do absolutely nothing that receive a check with the city of New Orleans. If they're 4,300 employees, I mean, seriously, if they're 4,300, can't you feel confident saying there's like 25% that do nothing, that if they didn't show up for work, it would affect things not in the least bit. They do zero, nothing. It might even be worse. They might steal rolls of toilet tissue or sweet and low coffee. Who knows? But there's a lot of folks that are they would not be working for a private company with the slightest bit of scrutinization. And then there's some that probably like another 25% that you don't really need. And then some folks that aren't working enough can pick up the slack for folks that are working hard, like maybe library workers or something like that. Corey Johnson with you. I like the mayor's plan. Coming right back.
Cities, total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, no cool side. NoAC.com, no cool side.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about fresh local fish like flounder, snapper, and speckled trout, fried, broiled, or grilled. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms, with high-definition night vision surveillance systems, letting you see what's going on. Home surveillance that's smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you on a Tuesday afternoon. A ridiculously full slate. You know, it's ironic that the mayor is kind of reaching out. I'd like to go on programs. I've reached out to the mayor now and got a response. And I'm waiting to hear back if the mayor is going to come on the program. And then I honestly like one of her ideas. Someone listening to the program could be like, boy, Corey's flipping his, how he thinks and selling out that quickly because he might get the mayor on the program. I've been talking about this kind of thing. I would just take it a step or two further for sure. Like 4,300 city employees, probably get that down to about 2,000. You know, it's one of the scary things. It's like a plus, and it's like scary when you apply it to New Orleans. With technology and working from home, private companies are finding out, boy, we get more productivity when it's work at home and just come into the office some days and that kind of thing. Like they're figuring out how to maximize productivity with their employees, and it may not involve coming to the office. And then if you are coming to the office, maybe you actually share a space with someone else because they're coming every other day, you're not there, whatever. That's great. So you don't need a big city hall. You don't need, all the bureaucracy, all the employees. Technology gets a lot of this stuff done. But then, boy, the mayor, just a very powerful position where literally could be like, Corey works for the city. He works from home. He does X, Y, Z, and he just gets a check every 2 weeks and does absolutely nothing. Nothing. So that could be easy and could be such a bone to throw towards a political contributor who can get a bunch of other people contributing. They get what they want. You get what you want. No, it's just dangerous. Setting up people with jobs where people are not. City hall bosses directing and controlling their department, getting the best out of their people, efficiency, spending the tax dollars correctly. Come on. That's not working right now when the boss is overseeing the workers. Workers at home, sitting there in their underwear, drinking, doing whatever. Running and picking up their dry cleaning, running errands. Anyway. No, that's dangerous. I like the employees working from home thing. I want peak efficiency, productivity at its best. But New Orleans has 4,300 city employees. I don't know what the right number is supposed to be. But I know that old City Hall building that pretty much every floor is powered up, lit up, and used is insane. The city should build a new City Hall in Central City, right next door to downtown, a leg up for that neighborhood, a new state-of-the-art 2030, 2035 futuristic City Hall. Streamlined, high on technology, minimum on waste and redundancy, and streamline all the different agencies and departments. It's obnoxious. There's like over 100 of them. It's crazy. There's so many redundancies. You could combine 2, 3, 4, 5 different departments into one and eliminate like north of 50% of the employees of those departments. Now, you have people out there, it's like when I go, thank God for Katrina, as far as the silver linings, like the 7, 8, 9,000 Orleans Parish Public School employees that jobs were eliminated, just poof, went away with the school system, the students, everybody, the citizens, no one. New Orleans wasn't operating. There's no tenure and guarantee anymore. Civil service out the window. Bankrupt city, gone, poof, flooded out. No, that was a blessing because get rid of the cut out the cavity and leave the good tooth. It's just too hard. Get rid of everybody and start over again, sadly. That's just reality. I didn't wish that, but that was a silver lining. The people that's their vocation, their job, their school teachers, they're back in it, have been for years, for 17 years since Katrina. Their principals, school teachers, part of the school system, coaches, whatever they do, their vocation, their job. The folks that were shysters, that were just not doing anything, just out for themselves, collecting a check, they're gone. They're doing some other hustle somewhere else. No, that's a silver lining. That's a silver lining. No, a new city hall, eliminating, streamlining employees. That's what was so sinful with Mitch Landrieu when he was mayor. You're cutting back on the police, reducing the NOPD budget, hiring freeze. That's just flat out insanity. And acting as if, man, the city is lean and mean. We have no redundancies. We have no one that's not working. We've cut out all the fat. It is lean and efficient. So we have to go to the police now. That's the sell, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth at all. No, that was a major mistake that we're dealing with to this day. That was the first mover. Really getting rid of Surpass. And, I'm not saying like Surpass is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but he was effective. He was getting the job done. Some didn't like him. Some did. They had 1,500 cops. Cops weren't leaving in droves. No, and then, hiring freeze, pulling back funding, insane. You can't cut funding to the NOPD. No, the mayor has a plan. I like this start. It's a pay raise for city employees, and the way it's paid for, basically not filling 1,000 unfilled positions within city government. There's 1,000 more the mayor should cut. That should be the real goal. Get the 4,300 down to 3,300. That would be really some incredible progress. And how much money does the city save? The FBI searches former President Donald Trump's main house, the Mar-a-Lago home in Florida. The extreme left are like, this guy's a criminal. The raid is totally justified. The extreme right, this is a, political witch hunt. I think everybody agrees it's unprecedented. Like it, dislike it, neutral on it. It's unprecedented. The Saints say Jameis Winston has a sprained right foot. He will not play Saturday night in Houston preseason game number 1. Not a major concern. I think that's just being smart. This is your QB for the year. This is your starter. Andy Dalton will get a lot of reps, I'm assuming. And that's good, too, because if Jameis Winston does get hurt during the year, you want, someone to be able to come in there and understand what's going on. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, you right. Young's Dry Cleaning's with you. Young's Dry Cleaning's been with you since before World War II. I watch these Adolf Hitler. I don't know what I'm watching, A&E or History Channel or something. These World War II, just intriguing 1-hour documentary type things with great footage. Sometimes pretty graphic and scary, to be honest with you. Anyway, we got into World War II in 1941. Young's was up and running already, 1940. They've been at it 82 years, truly a New Orleans institution. Walk-up locations, free pickup and delivery. They've got manless locker locations. You drop off your dirty stuff in sort of a little silky Young's bag in a safe, secure locker. 2 short days later, it's in that locker, safe and secure, where only you can access it, and everything's perfectly dry cleaned. To find out more, youngsdrycleaning.com, youngsdrycleaning.com. Corey Johnson with you. We live in America. There's a lot of traditions. There's a lot of stuff. Some things are just out there all the time. Some things aren't so much. You have to kind of be a fan of it to go find it. But then there are things that are out there, and they're out there for so long that, they're universal. Everybody knows about them, fan or not. And that's Serena Williams. I mean, there are college-age kids that know no life without Serena Williams playing professional tennis and dominating professional tennis. Arguably the single greatest tennis player ever. She's 40, and she basically has told Vogue magazine she's planning to retire, maybe after the U.S. Open, evolving away from tennis. The countdown has begun. Gonna relish the next few weeks. I think it's 3 more tournaments. This thing in Canada, the National in Canada. Then I think, the Great Southern Western, the thing I think in Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. And then the U.S. Open at the end of the month, going into September. Wow. Serena Williams. Venus 42, still playing, not retired. Serena 40. family, another kid, business venture, ready to retire from tennis. Sort of sad. Coming right back.
Was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms with smart home technology. Control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. A wet and rainy Tuesday afternoon. You better get to the Rouse's. Rouse's has a lot of chef-driven meals. The Chef's Case, great prepared foods. I mean, come on, it's South Louisiana, home of Thibodeau, New Orleans, Cajun country, New Orleans-based food. You know, there are over 60 Rouses, 20 plus of them, a third of them are in Metro New Orleans. There's one in your neighborhood, right next door to your neighborhood, Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home. Yeah, beeline to the Rouse's, grab your goodies and head on home. There's some wet streets, some slight street flooding. A lot of the rain has passed, but boy, a deluge, I don't know, 1:15-ish till around 3, 2:45, hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Different parts of the city is getting crushed, like a few inches of rain quickly. Tonight on the weather, you'll see. So-and-so neighborhood got 3 inches. So-and-so 2.8 inches. You know, like a third of what San Diego gets for the year. No, it was that kind of, I don't know, you just kind of know, you can't describe it. Just as a New Orleanian, you know, when there's that, just a really good downpour, you know, it's just solid downpour. For whatever this means, that's like an inch an hour. So when it's really coming down, when it's a absurd downpour, you're going to just get drenched running from the house to the car or whatever. Street flooding, it's just coming down like cats. You know, that's where it's several inches an hour. Several inches an hour if that were to be that rain for 1 hour straight. And we got some pretty serious rain where it was just coming down cats and dogs for some pretty steady clips there. Might break. Weather, and then all of a sudden you've got, you know, rain again, and it's coming down for 15 minutes. So anyway, we had that for a good clip today, certain parts of town, and I know some of you high and dry may have gotten no rain today or very little. But anyway, it definitely screwed up some parts of the city as far as flooding streets, accidents, car breakdowns, and the like. Tuesday afternoon, Corey Johnson with you. The mayor wants to give employees a pay raise, and she wants to pay for it by not filling 1,000 unfilled positions. I love that. I love that. Keep going. There are 4,300 employees. There should be about 3,000. Let's get it down to about 3,000 and then see how things are going. And let's build a new city hall in Central City that's state-of-the-art, technologically based, and even shrink departments and employees even more. The city of New Orleans shouldn't be like, it's an employer. It's something, it's city government. You want it lean and mean. You only want the employees that are absolutely necessary. The FBI searches former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in Florida, walking out with boxes of stuff. The president's pretty freaked out about it, but he isn't freaked out like someone totally innocent would be freaked out, it seems. I think he's freaked out like, maybe I did break the rules, maybe I didn't, but it doesn't matter. I'm the president and I'm Donald Trump and I can break the rules, and kind of has that attitude. Anyway, we'll see where this goes. This is one of those, you better be right. You better, you know, that better be right on what you're saying with the president. Jameis Winston sprained right foot, will not play Saturday. Saints think it's pretty minor, just being cautious. Serena Williams to retire in the next 3-4 weeks after the U.S. Open, it looks like. I don't want to get into the details of this story. You want to learn the details, you can go to 46826, NOLA.com. It's just beyond sad and tragic, just sad. Mental health issues plague Louisiana and New Orleans, plague this country. And then you figure how New Orleans and Louisiana's run, it's going to be exacerbated here, and it is. A woman killed her 4-year-old daughter with a knife. Her 2-year-old son's in critical condition at the hospital. She's arrested. Just mental issues, obviously, just total mental breakdown. Folks always want to talk about things like this, or even like, say, like a suicide, like in a logical way. In a logical way. There's a snap. Things aren't logical. 2 + 2 = banana. There's no logic. What were you thinking? There's no thinking. Something snapped, something broke. There's a disconnect for a moment, a longer period of time, whatever. No, and just looking at her mugshot, this woman looks like she comes in and out of reality. No, it's sad. What's really kind of sad, and I'm not trying to, get into some kind of deep issue, but we need to, kind of get our priorities right. And I know it's American. I'm into 2022 and right now I'm microwave society. I want what I want. I want my TV shows tonight. I don't want cable knocked off the air. I want to eat this for dinner. I want blah, 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 blah. But kind of imagine, I watched what did I watch for a few minutes over the weekend? One of the Star Trek movies. Watched about 30 minutes of it. And there was some line in the movie, I think the Alfre Woodard character, she just did a great job. Should have won an award in one of those movies. She was, how much did this ship cost? And Captain Picard's like, the future money doesn't exist. And I'm not saying imagine like that, but just imagine the amount of homeless people on the streets. We all know that the majority of it is mental illness. And I laugh because I think about politicians in the 70s and 80s and into the 90s, and like it's a choice. These people choose to be homeless. They go out on the street. They could have a job. They could go work. I mean, again, we're talking about mental illness, the brain not working right, not functioning right, not working all the time correctly, at least, illogical, not logical, broken, medication needed, therapy needed. So it's just homeless folks, that problem, the majority of it is mental health. This poor woman killing her kid, one of her kids, maybe the other one, in critical condition at the hospital, mental health. No, the future generations are going to look back at us and just be like, wow, just selfish and refuse to fix the obvious problem. And they look at all the proof. They knew what the problem was. They knew what it was. They knew what it was for years. It's just sad that 4-year-old little girl that died should not have died. And the 2-year-old son who's in critical condition shouldn't be in critical condition. And the mother shouldn't be in jail with mental health issues. Anyway, that's going on in New Orleans. Crazy. Hey, tomorrow, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. I'm fired up about that because, from Mar-a-Lago to Supreme Court justices to midterm, so much stuff to talk about. And we get the experts, a couple of national pundits who are local, born and raised here in New Orleans, but, at 18, beeline to college and basically have never returned full-time at least. Right-leaning Quinn Hillier, left-leaning Ellis Hennigan. That's tomorrow, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. On Thursday, Ghassan Corban's going to join us from the Sewage and Water Board. He's the director. Just in time after today. Next week, President, CEO, Port of New Orleans, Brandy Christian's going to join us. I love getting her on because we'll talk about a lot of stuff like the future port in St. Bernard. The port owns the Public Belt Railroad. Also, that road we were talking about from the West Bank Express, I should say West Bank Expressway, the Pontchartrain Expressway, going to the Crescent City connection. Basically, these trucks exit at that Chapatula St. Peter's exit. It is a quagmire getting on and off. Calliope down there is a nightmare. Supposed to be a exit for trucks only. Elevated exit that would carry you about a mile, I guess, 3/4 of a mile from the Pontchartrain Expressway to Felicity and Chapatulas, right by the Walmart, but over the flood wall on the riverside of the flood wall and dump these trucks onto that McHenry trucking road that goes all the way to the Butterfly, basically. Goes all the way from Felicity to Nashville, let's say, past Nashville. So this thing would extend it to the Pontchartrain Expressway, future I-49 corridor. That makes sense. And even when the port abandons those facilities and it becomes some new work, live, play, neighborhood, that access road and bridge will be perfect. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockанdalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. Thanks for checking us out. Where New Orleans talks. Oh So Fine 93.9 FM. Oh So Fine 93.9 FM. New Orleans own 107.9 FM. New Orleans own 107.9 FM. 600 AM will take you from Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida. Yeah, you right. We're on Cox Channel 4 television, Spectrum Channel 333 television, all over Louisiana till 5:30. Stick around, TV audience. We're on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel, Corey Johnson Neutral Ground. Click to subscribe. It don't cost nothing. Check us out on YouTube. Spread the word. Hey, Fury's is open till 9 p.m. tonight. Well, I said it yesterday, and I said it best yesterday. Start with a cup of gumbo. Get either a small or large order of onion rings, depending on how many people are at your table. And then get some speckled trout or flounder or snapper. Order some of that seafood because it's going to be local and fresh. And sadly, most other places aren't serving local and fresh seafood. And when they do, it's like, you know, a special on the board and there's like a big celebration. This is every day, all the time at Fury's Restaurant in Metairie. Local, fresh seafood. No exceptions. Nothing frozen. Nothing from out of state. Nothing from out of the country. Fresh local seafood. And yeah, start with the gumbo and the onion rings. They're open till 9 p.m. tonight. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie. So good. Lots of thunder and lightning and thunder showers and rain and inches of rain falling very, very quickly, flooding some metro New Orleans area streets, causing some cars to break down, causing some accidents, causing some delays and the like. So take your time, although most of that inclement weather has passed. From like 1:15 to like, I don't know, almost 3 o'clock, it was pretty bad in some parts of the metro, and a little more than just the typical thunder showers. Otherwise, I wouldn't mention. I just say, you know, my usual gimmick. Hey, it beats the 93, feels like 103. I like the little thunder shower. I like a little afternoon rain. It wasn't just a little afternoon rain. It was a lot of rain, and it was an insane amount of thunder and lightning. Tuesday afternoon, Corey Johnson with you. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Some trivia questions from yesterday that are still alive. 3 tunnels in Louisiana, just 3 tunnels for car traffic. 3 tunnels for vehicular traffic in Louisiana. We know the Harvey and Belle Chase. The third one is outside of Metro New Orleans. Where is it? Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Which southern state has the most Indian tribes with 18? Yesterday, we got an answer of Florida, which probably would have been my guess. That guess was incorrect. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Which southern state has the most Indian tribes with 18? In Mid-City, there was a clock once upon a time, and that clock said, time to plant. Time to plant. Where was that clock? Where was that clock? Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse Day Spa can be yours. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. Hey, there are 5 ports, major ports in Louisiana. Name 4 of the 5. And you guessed it, I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. 4 area Woodhouse locations, the flagship Mid-City, New Orleans, Canal Street at Carrollton. They're in Metairie near North Kenner, Transcontinental at West Esplanade. They're on the North Shore, Slidell, I-10 at Gauze, and coming soon, a second North Shore location in Mandeville, Treyenne Country. And they're rocking and rolling right now in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. 4 Woodhouse Day Spas for you in the area. A 5th Mandeville location coming before the end of the year, just in time for the holidays. It is the city's premier day spa experience. You can find out more, nola.woodhousespas.com. You can get a little taste. I got 50 big bucks. Yummy. 50 big bucks for you. 3 tunnels in all of Louisiana. We know about the Harvey Tunnel, Brad. The Belle Chase Tunnel, some Best Bank action. There's another West Bank tunnel, but not really on the West Bank, just west of the river. Not in Metro New Orleans. Name that tunnel, and I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Southern state with the most Indian tribes, a clock in Mid-City that said time to plant. 5 major ports in New Orleans. Name 4 of the 5. 50 big bucks to the Woodhouse can be yours. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. I like the mayor's plan, not filling 1,000 unfilled positions at City Hall. There's 1,000 unfilled positions. There's already 4,300 employees. There's supposed to be like 5,300. The mayor's like, we're not going to fill those 1,000, and we're going to use that extra money to pay the 4,300 more. I think you should pay the 3,000, 3,300 more and eliminate like another 1,000 jobs that already exist. Don't fill the ones that are unfilled and then get rid of 1,000 folks that aren't doing anything. Dead weight. Dead weight. Everybody knows the dead weight. What's that, Blue Boy? You were once pulling a sled in Alaska. You as a basset hound with a bunch of huskies. And there were some huskies that were just sort of lollygagging around, and you'd have to bark at them and tell them to pull their weight. So you understand the not pulling your weight thing. Amazing, Blue Boy, some of your stories. What's that, buddy? 93.9 FM, 107.9 FM, New Orleans. Thanks, buddy. Coming right back.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us do you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
Yes. Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby Jones.
I get the 5 o'clock hour
starring
off.
Buddy Ebsen.
What about Lee Merriweather?
Also starring Lee Merriweather.
Oh, nice.
With guest stars.
Thank goodness. We were not interested in the nameless guest stars. Not Frank Magoo. Wow, what a cameo. Frank Magoo. Barnaby Jones. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour, the home stretch on a Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us. Fired up about tomorrow's program. At 4:20, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. Right-leaning Quinn Hillier, left-leaning Ellis Hennigan. That's mañana. Be there. 93.9 FM, Cox Channel 4 Television, Spectrum Channel 333 Television. We're on YouTube, live streaming, YouTube, The Neutral Ground, Corey Johnson. Check it out. Spread the word. Click to subscribe. It don't cost nothing. CoreyTalks.com, live streaming there as well. A lot going on this Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, you right. The 5 o'clock Power Hour brought to you by Trey Yen. Are you in the car right now, beelining across the causeway? How about some Trey Yen for dinner? How about firing in a to-go order? 985-626-4476. That's the phone number at Trey Yen. You know that North Shore area code, 985-626-4476. 626-4476. Mom, dad, the kids, everybody loves a big to-go order from Trey Yen. Don't forget the Tong Cho sauce. Or better yet, dine in. Boy, tomorrow, Tuesday through Friday, those lunch specials, my goodness. If you work at the office, you got to go pick up lunch for 8, 10, 12, 20, 30, 50 people. It can be expensive. If you go to fast food, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, whatever, it can be expensive. For less than $10 a person, you can go get up to 18 different lunch specials from Trey Yen. It's amazing. Big lunch specials, 18 different ones to choose from, all under $10. It's crazy. If I owned Trey Yen, if I were one of the Wong brothers, I'd have a meeting with my siblings going, guys, everything's going to be $12.95, $13.95, something like that. Maybe $14.95. Like our big push can be like everything's under $15, but this under $10 thing is ridiculous. Yeah, less than some fast food, and it's not Chinese food. It's gourmet Chinese cuisine. Those lunch specials at Trey Yen, really tough to beat. 5 o'clock Power Hour this afternoon, brought to you by Trey Yen in Mandeville. So good. I got to admit it, I like the mayor's plan. It's crazy. There's not too much I like about LaDestroya Cantrell as mayor. I like that her administration isn't a bunch of appointed, anointed hacks. Maybe it's just regular hacks. I don't know. But it's not like the Cedric Grant folks. You know, coming on the show on Thursday is Ghassan Corban from the Sewage and Water Board. This is what he does. I applaud that hire for the mayor. Got this guy out of Milwaukee. He's an expert in his field. That's what he does. It's not Cedric Grant, who has no idea between a turbine or a pump or anything about the Sewage and Water Board. I'll learn on the fly. I'll get it going. It's about leadership. It's just BS artist. Cedric Grant gets $180,000 a year in retirement. You know, he lays his head on his pillow at night, about to fall asleep, just him and his maker, and he knows he's a charlatan, a farce, a joke, a blank resume. A political, anointed, appointed hack. That's not Ghassan Corban. He's got like 3 decades of working in public works, mostly in Milwaukee. So no, I like that he's from Milwaukee, not some Cedric Grant guy. Yeah, Cedric Grant's like my anointed, appointed hack poster boy, and John Alaria is my political hack poster boy. It's just how it is. It's an honor. You're so bad. You're so famous. You're infamous. No, I like some of the mayor's appointees that they're not just the, wash, rinse, repeat, same jokers. This is a good start. The mayor wants to basically give a pay increase across the board for city workers. She wants to pay for it by reducing employees, essentially. Eliminating 1,000 unfilled positions. 1,000 unfilled positions. Already a 4,300 workforce, 4,300 employee workforce for the city of New Orleans. It could be 5,300. So staying at 43 and not filling those 1,000 positions is definitely a good start. But I'd cut like 1,000 jobs that exist. Get that 43 down to 33. Get it down to like 3,000. That would be nice. As you prepare for the future, a future city hall. Build it in Central City, right next to downtown. Give that neighborhood a leg up. And then so many things are going to come up around it. You could consolidate buildings, make blocks denser with houses instead of folks living next to an overgrown lot, burned out car in the lot. No, there's lots of different areas in Central City, right next to Calliope, right next to the Pontchartrain Expressway, right next door to downtown. The interstate's in between. That's it. Perfect place for a city hall. Technologically forward, shrunk in size, like a 2030, 2035, the future city hall. And yeah, then this 4,300 employees that you get down to like 3,000, you move into a new city hall, it's like 1,800 employees. It's crazy. Anyway, $39 million in pay increases. I got no problem with that. And I like that it's coming from these unfilled positions, not filling them. But there's a lot of fat in the 4,300 employees that work for the city. And a lot of city employees that actually go to work every day and work, that do their job. They're probably pissed. And Jimmy over there, same job as me, same pay, doesn't do anything. I carry this office. I carry this section of the office, and Jimmy's supposed to be pulling his weight, and he doesn't do anything ever. And I'm sure there's a lot of that. So you could cut another 25% of the city workforce, but I like the start. The FBI searches former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in Florida, a major search. It's kind of weird the way the mayor's reacting. He's not having like a total meltdown. He's just sort of like, a little upset. Just seems like if it was total BS, you'd be livid. The Saints say Jameis Winston has a sprained right foot and will not play in Saturday night's preseason game in Houston. Just precautionary. I don't know what the case would be in the regular season. I don't know the severity of the injury, but when that's your franchise QB, you wait a few weeks. There's no rush to get him back. 3 preseason games. You'd like him to play in this first one. But it doesn't matter. He can play the following week where in Green Bay or against the Chargers in the Dome in a couple of weeks. Then there's a full 16 days off before the Saints open the season, September 11th at Atlanta. That's what you want. It's August 9th, September 11th in 33 days in Atlanta. That's when you want Jameis Winston. 4 weeks from Sunday, noon kickoff, 1 o'clock in Atlanta, noon here. You want Jameis Winston 100%. Plus, you get Andy Dalton getting some reps, and I would venture to say Andy Dalton's going to play some this year. I like that move by Dennis Allen. There's no Taysom Hill's the backup quarterback. It's that Book kid who's Ian Book. He's like the third string. Andy Dalton's clearly number 2, and Winston's clearly number 1. How it should be. Hey, if you're just getting home and your air conditioning's not working or worse, not working at all, call River City's Total Maintenance right now. Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys are air conditioning experts, and they'll come immediately. 841-3300. If you're just getting home and your air conditioning is not working right, pick up the phone, call 841-3300. That's Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys at River City's Total Maintenance. Honest air conditioning experts that'll come right now. Find them online, nolaac.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Ford F-150, number one seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became number one for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, fuller part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region, with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockанdalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you on a Tuesday. Rouse's Markets phone lines to participate in the program. 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. 3 tunnels in all Louisiana for vehicular traffic. The Harvey Tunnel, the Belle Chase Tunnel, and the what? It's not in Metro New Orleans. Someone called and was right, saying, hey, the tunnel that goes from the parking garage to Harris Casino, part of the old interstate that was supposed to go along the river. That was a good answer. I gave him a $50 Woodhouse Day Spot gift certificate. So I had to add vehicular traffic to the question. We got Harvey, we got Belle Chase. Where's the third and final tunnel for vehicular traffic in the great state of Louisiana? Or for you folks outside of Orleans Parish, a 4-syllable word, Louisiana. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. In the city, we say Louisiana, 5 syllables. And in the country, it's Louisiana, 4 syllables. 766-9480. 766-9480 is the phone number. The southern state with the most Indian tribes, 18 in total. Got a call yesterday. Someone said Florida. I was like, that would have been my choice. Incorrect. Hey, where was there a clock in Mid-City that said time to plant? Tell me where. I'll give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. 766-9480. There are 5 major ports in the state. Name 4 of the 5 major ports in the state. I'll help you out. Brandy Christian is going to join us next week. President, CEO, Port of New Orleans. There you go. You're 25% of the way home. Speaking of 25%, the mayor's getting a good start. Give a pay raise to city employees by not filling 1,000 unfilled positions. City's already got 4,300 employees. We don't need 5,300. So I'm in agreement with the mayor on that. But I say take it a step further, and clip another 1,000 to 1,200. Get it down to about 3,000. Because there's so much dead weight at City Hall, city employees. You're going to tell me, you can ask the city employees. They'll tell you. Oh, Jimmy over there doesn't do anything. I run the office. Brenda over there runs the office, and Frank over there. Us 3, we run the office. That 4th guy over there, Jimmy, doesn't do anything. Could get rid of him and give us his salary. Okay. All right. That would be a very effective way to do it. Call out the people that are dead weight in the office, get rid of them, and take their salary. There's got to be a way to get rid of the dead weight in the city of New Orleans. I like the mayor giving a pay raise and not filling these 1,000 positions because they're obviously unnecessary. We're operating right now. And the reasons that New Orleans isn't efficient, it's like the state in general. We're not a poor state. We're a rich state run poorly. We're not a poor city. We're a rich city run poorly. Just inefficiency. Look at these IG reports, and Ed Michelle will be on the program within the next month, supposed to release a few reports, I believe. Look at every IG's report about city entities, Public Works, Sewage and Water Board, 311, potholes, whatever, any different entity. No plan, no objective, no goals, just winging it every day. And no one being held accountable. That's why in most U.S. cities, a pothole gets filled within a week or two. In New Orleans, it's over 200 days on average. Over 200 days. In every other North American city, it's a week or two. Like in Jefferson Parish or St. Bernard. In New Orleans, it's over 200 days. Because Public Works doesn't have a rhyme or reason, no plan, no goals. Here's the priority list. This one's been the longest waiting to be filled. This is the newest. It's just politician calls up, go fill the pothole. It's this guy making a call. Y'all got to go do this. I know we said we were going to go do this, but you got to go do this. Emergency call. That pothole's fresh. I drove down that street yesterday. It wasn't even there. Pothole that everybody's complaining about has been there forever. So that's a lot of city departments. When there's an investigation, an audit, when there's a scrutinization of the office, it comes up pretty bad. Not every office or entity in the cities like the Sewage and Water Board, where when it rains, we can see they're not working well because the streets flood. Pumps aren't working, that type of thing. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. No, there's another 25% from the existing employees, 4,300. You can get that number down to 3,000 in New Orleans, easy. There's at least 25% dead weight, folks doing nothing. No, the 4,300 to 3,000, whatever money saved, half of it is money saved. The other half, give it to the existing employees. Give them an incentive to work harder, to work hard, to remain employed, to not be those getting, forced retirement, attrition, whatever. Now, that's that silver lining from Katrina. Civil service, adios, just get fire folks. City's bankrupt. 9,000 Orleans Parish public school workers gone. No, that's the real world. That's the real world. That's your job, your vocation. You'll be back in that job. Hey, Katie's in Mid-City. So good. What a great environment to wind down in after work. Folks start rolling in there like they go from lunch to not much of a lull, like folks getting off work at 3, 4, 5 o'clock, start hitting the bar, get a few drinks, get a few appetizers, maybe sit and stay and have dinner. No, Katie's in Mid-City, full of New Orleans characters. It is the quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant, a true taste of New Orleans. And I'm always mentioning big portions, great for sharing. A Mid-City mainstay, it's Katie's, Iberville, corner Telemachus. And don't forget Katie's of Harahan, Bienvenue. Yeah, the Katie's of Harahan. Bringing a little Mid-City, New Orleans Katie's flavor to Hickory Avenue. Bienvenue in Harahan, Katie's in Mid-City. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. Yeah, you right. A lot going on. The FBI searches former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, his estate in Florida. The Saints say Jameis Winston has a sprained right foot. Not too serious or severe, they don't think. But he will not play in Saturday's preseason game at Houston. Will not play in Saturday's preseason game in Houston. Serena Williams, at 40 years old, tells Vogue magazine she's planning to retire. Maybe after this year's U.S. Open. That's what it looks like. I mean, the quote's evolving away from tennis, wants to have another child, business ventures. The countdown has begun. Going to relish the next few weeks. She's playing in Canada. I think she's going to play in Cincinnati, back to New York at the end of the month for the U.S. Open. And that's it for Serena Williams. I don't think we'll ever see her again in professional tennis. And that's a blow because Serena Williams has been, we'll never see another Serena Williams, I don't think, again, Arguably the best tennis player, male or female of all time. I'm not saying can beat the men, but how she dominated her sport. And just the length of time and how long she's been doing it. For kids that are college graduates that are, 25, 28, 30 years old, basically, they don't remember pro tennis without Serena Williams. Just greatness over an extended period of time. Just folks that don't even know tennis, follow tennis. They know Serena Williams and her greatness. So much she's done for the sport, for women, for black athletes, for black female athletes, on and on and on. And always just humble and smart and says the right things and is gracious in defeat and gracious when she wins, always complimenting the runner-up and just great for the sport. And it's all real. No, it's once in a lifetime type stuff. It's going to be sad to see her go. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Lots of rain coming out of the sky today in different parts of the city, depending on where you were. I guess some parts probably got no rain, maybe even like high and dry. But some parts got several inches within an hour. Street flooding, that type of thing. Hey, tomorrow, another edition of Hillier and Henneken. I love those two guys. A couple of New Orleans natives. Smart. Quinn went to Newman. Ellis Henneken went to Jesuit. Then Quinn went on to Georgetown in D.C., and Ellis went on to Columbia in New York. Both are political pundits. Quinn is right-leaning. You get a little preview of what he brings to the show tomorrow. You can go to his website right now. Quinn Hillier, Quinn with one N. Hillier spelled Hillyer, QuinnHillier.com. And Ellis Henneken's website, Henneken.com, Henican, Henneken.com. They'll be joining us tomorrow to discuss Mar-a-Lago and this raid, if you want to call it that, or FBI search. Talk about the Supreme Court justice and not one, not two, not three, but 4 major victories for conservatives. All kind of good stuff. War in Ukraine, gas prices going down, Biden getting anything done or not, midterms, all kind of good stuff. Tomorrow, don't miss it, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. Thursday, Ghassan Korban from the Sewage and Water Board will join us on the show. Hey, Latrim, spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, is hiring. And it's not a job, it is a career with these guys. A true culture of innovation, and they're looking for you. East Bankers, West Bankers, they're hiring at their Elmwood facility. You North Shore folks, they got you covered at their Hammond facility. Go to Latrim.com, Latrim spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, Latrim.com.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's restaurant in Metairie. Come on down to New Orleans' own Bourbon Street, the toilet of the Crescent City. Literally. Need to urinate? Pee right on one of the historic buildings. Need to vomit? It's okay. Throw up right in the street. Bourbon Street. Prostitution, drugs, strip joints, daiquiri shops, and trinket stores. The toilet of the Crescent City. Come on down. It's Bourbon Street.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our top Benchmore exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is now hiring service and installation technicians, Great benefits, great pay, take-home vehicle. Apply today. Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Yeah, you right. How about some Fausto's Italian Bistro tonight for dinner? Sicilian, Italian at its best. Easy parking, great service, authentic. It's Roland and Fausto, the brothers. Fausto's Italian Bistro. Their sister is Irene. Irene's in the French Quarter. This is the first family of Sicilian and Italian cooking. Experience it tonight. Conveniently located, Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets. Just a few blocks in from the Paris line. New Metairie, Old Metairie, Mid-City, Lakeview, Lakefront. Easy for a lot of folks to get to Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets. And worth it. So good. I was there yesterday for lunch. I'm sure I'll be there later in the week or next week at the worst. I was there last week with my whole family for dinner. My brother was in town with his nephew, my nephew, his son, my other brother, my sister, my mom. We love Fausto's Italian Bistro. So good. Hey, tomorrow, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. We'll talk about the FBI's search of former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in Florida. Now, Quinn Hillier is a staunch conservative. And anyone who is a Republican conservative that doesn't think Quinn is conservative, they need to just go to his website, quinnhillier.com. They need to look at this guy's bio, his history. I mean, he's been a conservative since he was like 12 years old, literally. Like politically inclined at like 12 before he could drive. And it was always conservative. Good or bad, like that or not, that's Quinn. So he is a staunch conservative, cut out of the Ronald Reagan, Jack Kemp type of mold, I'd best say. But like another political pundit, like a George Will, and there's no liberal embracing George Will. There's no Democrat embracing George Will. George Will is a conservative Republican pundit through and through, bleeds Republican, bleeds conservatism, knows it better than most Republicans or conservatives. Just like George Will, Quinn Hillier does not like Donald Trump. Does not like Donald Trump. So it's going to be interesting. You know, Ellis is left-leaning. He's going to bring up things like a judge had to approve this. There had to be a lot of overwhelming evidence that this isn't done lightly, and the president just doesn't make a phone call and they go search Mar-a-Lago. It took, weeks, if not months of planning. So I'm sure Ellis will be saying something like that. It's going to be interesting to say what Quinn thinks, since he's conservative but does not like Trump and doesn't like government intrusion either, if this was like overstepping bounds or not. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, you right. The Saints say Jameis Winston has a sprained right foot. Left practice yesterday. He will not suit up for Saturday night's preseason game. He will not play in Saturday night's preseason game at Houston. So expect a lot of, I would say, I think you're going to have mostly, I guess Ian Book's going to play a little bit. I guess we'll see a little bit of Ian Book. But I think the Saints are going to go with Andy Dalton, their true kind of number two, their true backup, who can play. The great thing about Andy Dalton, he's better than the bottom third of the NFL starters. I would say there are going to be 10 teams at least in the NFL, 10 teams at least in the NFL that we'll watch. And by, week 12, 13, 14, 15, we'll go, if Andy Dalton was at the quarterback of that team, they'd have a better record. Andy Dalton would be a better quarterback than the quarterback of that team. So the Saints have a true backup, a guy that Jameis Winston goes down. Andy Dalton's got like 150 starts. So like a decade plus of starts in the NFL. He can go in there and win you that game, win you the next start, win you the game after that. Can lead the team. He can make the throws. He's a better than average NFL quarterback. He's not elite. Maybe never was elite. May have had some seasons where he slipped into that top 8, top 10, maybe a few in a row. But he's top 20. He's top 20, and there's definitely 10, 12 NFL starting quarterbacks in the league this year that'll start on opening day that are lesser quarterbacks than Andy Dalton. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, you right. A lot to discuss. The mayor has a plan. The mayor announced across-the-board pay increases for city workers. Wants to pay for it by reducing employees, mainly eliminating unfilled positions, 1,000 of them. It's about $39 million price tag. The city has a staggering 4,276 employees. 4,300. They'll get a one-time bonus of 5% of their salary. Year 2, they'll get, I believe it is 2.5% raise. Year 3, 2.5% raise. I think I did the math basically. Someone earning about $50,000 with the city. By year 3, it'll be about $58,000. With the bonus, salary increases, all of that. No, that's a good start. Don't fill those 1,000 positions and trim about another 1,000 off the roster. Talking about city employees. I mentioned Hillier and Hennigan tomorrow. FBI searching former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in Florida. Jameis Winston out with a sprained right foot, will not play. Serena Williams retiring. Serena Williams basically telling Vogue magazine when she says, I'm going to relish the next few weeks. Countdown has begun, evolving away from tennis. She's playing at this Canadian tournament in Toronto, basically like the Canadian Open. I think it's the Canadian Masters or something. Then there's the Southwestern, the Great Western. I forgot what that tournament is in Cincinnati, I think. And then the U.S. Open. So 3 more tournaments, another month of pro tennis from Serena Williams, who's been playing pro tennis since she was 16. She's 40. She's 24 years. So some kid who's, 4, 5, 6, seeing Serena Williams for the first time's 30 years old. So people 30 and under, they don't know life without Serena Williams on the tennis court. And a lot of folks in their 30s up to like 40 don't really know pro tennis without Serena Williams on the court. So it's definitely, it's sad. I mean, life goes on, and It's like the point guard for the WNBA team up in Seattle, Sue Bird. 41. She's like an old lady. Everybody reminds her in the WNBA, but in real life, 41's young. Serena Williams, 40. Can have another kid. She's young. Whole other life in front of her. And Serena Williams is insanely successful off the tennis court right now in the business world. That should only increase with more attention focused on that and not having to worry about tennis. A ridiculously sad and tragic story in New Orleans. Painful. Not going to get into the details. You want to read the details, you can go to one of the websites, 468-26, NOLA.com, Lens, whatever. Mental health issues in America, even worse in Louisiana and New Orleans. A woman kills her 4-year-old daughter with a knife. Her 2-year-old son's in critical condition in the hospital. She's arrested. You can look at the mugshot. She's just mentally struggling. Mental health issues. We really need to kind of get our priorities straight. If you think about future generations looking back, they're going to see a few things. One, the insane amount of mental health issues, a mother killing her children, homeless. The vast majority of homeless folks have mental health issues. That coupled with, we knew all of this. We knew it was mental health, and we didn't do anything about it for X amount of years until we really addressed mental health on a, realistic, humane level, which we're not doing. Just go look at the homeless encampment over there on Canal Street and I-10 on Claiborne and Canal Street, right under the I-10, or over on Calliope, Barone and Calliope under the Pontchartrain Expressway. No, it's vast majority mental illness, and it's not even close. It's not even close. No, it's sad. No, imagine what future generations will think of us. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. Helm Paint and Decorating's been with you over 50 years. I just painted my house. I sent my crew to Helm Paint and Decorating. Everything I talk about's true. Joey contributed, Keith Main, Ronnie Helm, all had suggestions. It was a consensus. Go with Regal Select, lifetime warranty, a great Benjamin Moore product. You'll never, ever paint again. Now, I could have just done 2 coats of that with no primer. I used this Benjamin Moore watertight, Loctite primer, and then 2 coats of Regal Select. Christy Helm helped me pick out the color, literally. They truly steered me in the right direction, and they'll steer you in the right direction. Like me, if it's time to paint your house and you never, ever want to paint it again, do it once, do it right. You got to paint in Metro New Orleans, you go to Helm Paint and Decorating.
When you think of Fury's